Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the latest episode of Enter Crypto, where every single day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things crypto. If that sounds like something you would be interested in, then like, subscribe, and click on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Today we're going to be talking about Coinbase. This is from Reuters, and it's about some information that's come out about the SEC. And what they were requesting just before they decided to sue Coinbase. So let's, as always, read through the article quickly and then we'll comment after. So SEC has asked Coinbase to trade only in Bitcoin before suing the crypto exchange. This is according to Financial Times. The US Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, had asked Coinbase to stop trading in all crypto except Bitcoin before suing the crypto platform in June. This is the Financial Times reporting on Monday, citing CEO Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, obviously. We really don't have a choice at this point. Delisting every asset other than Bitcoin, which by the way is not what the law says, would have essentially meant the end of the crypto industry in the US, Armstrong told the Financial Times. It kind of made it an easy choice. Let's go to court and find out what the court says, he added. The SEC had accused Coinbase of operating illegally because it had failed to register as an exchange. It also alleged that Coinbase traded at least 13 crypto assets that are securities that should have been registered, including tokens such as Solana or Sol, Cardano, which is ADA, and Polygon. The SEC told the Financial Times that its enforcement division did not make formal requests for companies to delist crypto assets. In the course of an investigation, the staff may share its own views to what conduct may raise questions for the Commission under the securities laws, FT said, citing the SEC. In response to the FT report, a Coinbase spokesperson said the SEC had never shared a position that all assets other than Bitcoin were securities, and that staff don't make formal requests such as the one implied by the article without a vote of the full Commission. We continue our discussions with the Commission, but believe that transparent and fair rulemaking and congressional action represent the best path forward for American crypto users and the companies building the crypto economy in the US, spokesperson added. The regulators sued Binance in June, with both civil cases part of SEC Chair Gary Gensler's push to assert jurisdiction over the crypto industry. Gensler has labelled the crypto industry a Wild West that has undermined investor trust in the US capital markets, and crypto companies say the SEC rules are unclear and that the agency is overreaching by trying to regulate them. The SEC did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment on the report. So there's a little bit of confusion with this. We don't know if they did request that they take every asset except for Bitcoin from Coinbase's exchange, or if the SEC did not, because we've got conflicting stories here. My suspicion is that they did, but they did not do it formally. You know, I know that they were having some discussions before, and there will have been a lot of talk going on in private where they will try to come to some kind of agreement before they go, and start suing Coinbase. That's just my own opinion. Obviously, I don't know that as a matter of fact, but it would be a really strange thing for Brian Armstrong to just come out and say just to say that they requested that they did that. So my instinct is that Brian Armstrong is probably telling the truth, and that they did request it, especially because we know that Gary Gensler of the SEC is a bit of a Bitcoin maxi, and he doesn't really like any of the other crypto. If you've ever watched any of his lectures at MIT, he does some really good lectures actually. Before he was a lecturer, before he was at the SEC, and you'll see that he talks very fondly of Bitcoin, and less so of the other altcoins as we say. So it would not surprise me at all if he made a request like this. There's also been a lot of attacks on crypto, not just Coinbase, but Binance, and other ones that are not always, they don't seem to be justified, and I think there's sort of clutching at a lot of straws when this, and so a lot of people in the crypto community now have a bit of a distrust, a lack of trust of the SEC, because of Gary Gensler, because of some of his comments that he says, especially before Congress. And he kind of makes out that anybody that doesn't support Bitcoin is a bit of an anarchist, and that's just not true. And also, a lot of people think in the crypto community that because he's not providing any clear regulation for us to follow, that he's trying to criminalize us. And that's, really unfair as well, because there are many people in the vast majority of people in crypto that are building want to know what the rules are so that we can continue building and we can continue developing and without any risk of breaking the law. It's just not clear now what is legal, what is not legal. So a lot of people feel that he's kind of purposefully doing this, and so there's an air of malice towards what he's doing, or not doing, I should say. It's the lack of regulation that people have got a problem with. So a really interesting article, and we'll keep you updated on anything that follows with this. This one's actually quite interesting because Coinbase is a big crypto company, and they have the resources to take on the SEC. We often find the SEC taking companies to court, and they often can't afford actually to fight them, so they end up settling. Whereas with Coinbase, they have a real motivation to, and they've said it publicly that they will fight, and they have the funds and the resources to do so. So it's really great. Now that's what I've got for you today, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel you got some value from this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow evening.